Hi, I'm Molly and this is Dirty Moms Yoga. We're going to do a beginner Hatha style class today. So find some props around your house and meet me on the mat. What I am using today are my blocks. You can have a pillow nearby as well for some of our seated portions at the end of class today. If you don't have blocks at home, you can grab some books or even some soup cans as well. And the way to know if you really need those props is if you can't reach your hands down to the floor, adding the height or bringing the floor up to you can help you feel stable and feel the full effects into your poses or your asanas throughout class today. So with that, come onto your mat, feet are parallel. Close those eyes. And I want you just to feel the rootedness into your feet. Lift up all 10 toes. Feel those ball mounts, that heel, really pressing firmly into the earth. And then relax those toes down. Find a gentle lift in your arch and your kneecaps to engage those quads. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and draw that navel in and up. Throughout class today, I want you to really think about lifting up your pubic bone and dropping that tailbone down. Open up the shoulders by squeezing the shoulder blades gently together and open up the palms to the front of your mat. Soften your rib cage and allow your chin to become parallel with the floor, feeling the energy coming out the crown of your head. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a few breaths into this pose. Feel the gentle muscles working. I don't know how to say this. Feel that al dente moment, that you're not a noodle, but you're not over tensing. Just find that in-between moment where you're able to withstand your support through the strength of your muscles, through the structure of your bones. Feel the energy rooted down through your feet, coming up through your spine and out the crown of your head. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly blink your eyes open. Inhale those arms up overhead. Clasp those fingers if you'd like, or if your shoulders are too tight, you can take a block between your hands and reach those blocks or those fingertips up towards the sky. Relax those shoulders down. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, bend on over to the left. Inhale to center and exhale over to the right. Take it on your own, rocking back and forth in this needle pose, opening up the side bodies and feeling the length throughout your spine. Once you've completed one side, make sure you get the other side so you get in equal amounts. Inhale back to center. Exhale back over to the right and then hold here. Check back in with your body. Bring those front ribs to the back ribs. Feel the shoulders away from your ears. And if this is feeling good, take that right foot, cross it over to the left, and really firmly press into that right foot. You'll feel a nice little length coming out of the waist, out of the spine. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale back to center, plant that right foot back down. Reach up high, feel that length, and exhale over towards the left this time. Draw that navel in and up. And if you did this on the other side, on the first side, this side as well, keep yourself balanced if you can. Cross that left foot over the right foot, really firmly press into that left foot. Kick that right hip out to feel a nice stretch in that waist. Feeling a nice stretch from my right fingertips all the way down to my pelvis. Feels so good. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Inhale back to center. Place that foot back down. Bring the block towards your heart center. And from here, kick the pelvis out. So you're going to hinge at your hips and slowly, with engagement in your core, slowly come on down for a forward fold with a flat back. Use those blocks right in front of your feet on any height that is necessary and drop the head towards the ground. So you can adjust your height and your blocks in any way that is necessary for you. Soften those knees. You can bend deeply if you're not quite open in your hamstrings yet. You do what feels right for you. From here, bend deeply into those knees and inhale and straighten them. Bend into those knees, just warming up still. Inhale and straighten. One more time. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And drop that head towards the ground. See if you can go a little bit further as gravity pulls you down. From here, press into your blocks. Draw those shoulder blades together and see if you can come up into a little mini half back or flat back. Really draw that navel in and feel a length between the crown of your head all the way out to the base of your spine. You can press into your thighs as well if that's a little bit easier for you. Just really feel the length out of the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold down. Plant those hands. Step your right foot back and then your left foot into a high plank. If this is uncomfortable for you, even with height underneath your hands, feel free to drop those knees down. Just keep them behind your pelvis so you really feel a nice core engagement. Otherwise, try to challenge yourself. Really lift those thighs up to the ceiling. Draw that navel in up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw that navel in. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. Really push into those hands. Deep breath in. And exhale. Drop those knees down. Feel them right underneath your pelvis. Arms are right underneath your shoulders. And if you are comfortable, you can go ahead and lower down a little bit further into your mat. I suggest still using a little bit of height though. From here, inhale, arch that back, drop the core to the floor, and look up for cow. Exhale and draw that navel through your spine to the ceiling, round the back, feeling the space between your shoulder blades for cat. Inhale and look up. Exhale and cat. Inhale, look up. Exhale and cat. Find yourself back in a neutral position. Tuck those toes, hover those knees, and I want you to really push into those blocks, lifting up the pelvis. Bent knee, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Feet should still be parallel, hip width distance apart. Knees can be generously bent and really press, really press into the thumb and the first finger to help the wrist, as well as feeling a little bit more support and groundedness. Feel free to add more height underneath here if you'd like. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale and really lift that tailbone up to the sky. Really hug those biceps next to your ears and try to drop those heels down as far as you can towards your mat. Drop one heel down at a time, walking back and forth, opening up those calves, warming up the ankles. I found a creaky spot on the floor. Old house. Come back to the center position. Lift up high on those toes. Look between your hands and walk your feet just behind your wrists for a forward fold. See if you can go a little bit further this time. Really drop that head down and adjust your blocks if necessary so it's a little more comfortable for you. Bend deeply into those knees and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. The head is going to be last. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Open up the palms to the front of your mat. Tadasana. From here, you can take your blocks and bring them along the long edge side of your mat. You're going to need those later. And I'm going to keep mine stacked on top of each other. From here, find your Tadasana. Find that rootedness in your feet. Take your right foot and step it back maybe a foot or two. I guess it'd be like 2-3 feet. Toes are parallel to the front, are facing the short edge of your mat. Your back foot, those toes can come up towards the corner of your mat on the front if that's a little bit easier on your knees. From here, take your pelvis and square it to the short edge of your mat. Take your hands to your waist, feel length out of your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and bend into that front knee, making sure that knee does not go over your toes, either in line with your ankle or just behind. Lift up the tailbone or the pubic bone, drop the tailbone down, and really press into that back heel, my right heel, lifting up my kneecap to engage my quad. Draw that navel in and up. We're in Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. This is feeling comfortable for you. Go ahead and bring your arms up overhead and bend a little bit deeper in that front knee. If balance is an issue, take your front foot and open it up towards the side just a little bit. That can help you feel a little bit more balanced or stable in your stance. Otherwise, find that one-track mind and really parallel that pelvis to the short edge of your mat. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, press into that front foot, straighten that leg, bring both toes to the long edge of your mat, still parallel, and you might want to open them up just a little bit. And a way you can kind of tell is take your arms out to the side, point those fingertips down, and usually your feet will kind of land within that vicinity, nothing wider than those fingers. Find length. Inhale, exhale, and find that flat back again, all the way down. Kick that pelvis out and slowly come on down. Feel length in the front body and that little flat back. Find your blocks. Exhale, and then you can forward fold all the way down. Pasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. One of my favorites. Let everything just relax down. Take a little glance at your kneecaps. Make sure they're lifting up and that your knees have that nice al dente softness to them, that you're not hyperextending into those knees. Press firmly into those feet to keep you stable. Allow your head to fall long. This one feels really good. You can bend in one knee or the other if you'd like. You can play around in this pose if that feels right for you. Feel a different stretch in each time you bend, opening up those calves. Come back to the center, place those hands in the blocks or on your thighs and find that flat back position again, squeezing those shoulder blades together, drawing the shoulders away from your ears. Take your hands to your waist and inhale, come back up and meet us back to the front of your mat. How did you do? I bet wonderful. Find back into your Tadasana. Feel that strength, that power in those feet rooting down into the earth. Step the left foot back this time, a couple feet. Toes are pointing up towards the short edge of your mat. And my left toes this time are angled a little bit more towards the left corner of the front of my mat. Square off your pelvis to the short edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and bend into that right knee, making sure it's not going over your toes. You might have to adjust your stance a little bit. Really think about lifting that pubic bone up and dropping the tailbone down. If balance is an issue, open up that right foot to the side just a little bit. Lift that navel in and up and inhale those arms up overhead. Press firmly into the left heel, lifting up that left kneecap. Deep breath in. Exhale, go a little bit deeper into your knee if that feels comfortable. Take one more inhale and exhale. And now press into that right foot, straightening the leg, and open yourself up over to the other side of the long edge of your mat. But I'm going to turn around because you're not going to get a pretty view on that side. So same thing, just like we did before. Feel length out of your spine. Kick the pelvis out and slowly flat back over. Find those blocks or that floor. Feel length in the front body. And then exhale and allow yourself to come all the way down. From here, take your blocks, place them right underneath your face. Place your left hand right underneath your face. Really press into it and inhale, twist on over, opening up the right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, bring that back down. Switch hands. Inhale the left arm up this time. And exhale, come on down. Continue with this pattern, checking back in with those feet, making sure they're really firmly planted. Pelvis isn't moving with you. We're just opening up that spine. Let's do one more each side, opening up to the right, and then opening up to the left. From here, find that flat back for the length out of your spine. Bring those hands to the waist and inhale, come back up to your standing position and meet back into the front of your mat. Ooh, we're going to do all that again, but we're going to add a little bit more challenge. You can continue doing the same thing we just did, or if you're feeling nice and sturdy into those feet, find that balance and test on over and see how you feel. So really planting my left foot down and picking up my right foot. Bending softly into the left knee, I'm going to reach that right foot back to step into my warrior one. I'm already bent to my front knee. I might have to adjust my stance a little bit and checking in with my pelvis to make sure it's parallel to the front edge of my mat. Inhale, I'm going to reach my arms up overhead and really engaging those biceps next to my ear. I'm going to lift up my navel spine and drop the tailbone down. Checking in with my knee, it's either in line with my ankle or just behind. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and really firmly plant that right heel down into the mat. If this is uncomfortable with your low spine still, shorten your stance, or you can even take just a gentle diagonal with your spine from your waist, really reaching everything out still, really finding your length and drawing that navel in and up. It just will take the pressure off your low spine until you can find the core strength and the opening in those hip flexors. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, press into that left foot, straighten that knee, and open up towards the side, long edge of your mat. And this time, bring those toes out so they're facing the corners of your mat. So we're going to do an external rotation or a wide-legged forward fold with a second position, an open position. Inhale, find length. Exhale, kick the hips out just like you normally do and forward fold on over towards those blocks or that mat. Your flexibility is going to be a little different. We're opening up into those adductors, those inner thighs a little bit more. So only go as far as you can. Adjust those blocks if you need to. Allow that head to fall down long. Again, you can bend into one knee or the other. Opening up and warming up those legs. Or you can just stay static. I like to stay static sometimes. Just really feeling the openness in your legs. Inhale, press into those blocks or into the floor. Find that flat back position. Really draw that navel in and up. Bring your hands to your waist, firm up those legs, and inhale, come back up to standing and come into the front of your mat. Let's go on over to the other side. So find that Tadasana feet position, really root down into those feet. Step back into your warrior one, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, find the balance in that right leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and softly, gently bend that right knee and step the left foot back right into your warrior one. Checking in with my knee, making sure it's not over my toes, and squaring my pelvis to the front edge of my mat. Inhaling, hands up overhead, hugging those biceps next to your ear, and drawing the shoulders down your back. Lift up that pubic bone, drop the tailbone. And if this is still feeling really good, hang out here. Or if this is still a little too much in your low back, feeling a little pinchy, either shorten your stance or take a nice little gentle diagonal with that spine, still checking in with those feet. So those feet should not move at all, and you're still lifting up into that navel center. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, press into that right foot and open yourself up to the long side edge of your mat, opening up your toes towards those corners again. I'm going to turn around. Inhale, find length. Exhale, kick the pelvis back and slowly forward fold on over to those blocks or to the floor. Place those blocks underneath your face just like we did before. Firmly plant that left hand, feel length out of your spine, and inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bring it down, and switch sides. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, bring it down. Continue opening, feeling the spiral in the spine. Feel those feet planted firmly into the earth. Let's do one more each side. Come back to the center position. Adjust your blocks if you need to. Find that flat back. Bring those hands to your waist. Firm up your legs and come on up. From here, stay in this position. You might have to adjust your stance, but I want you to bend into both knees and drop the pelvis down. We're going to go into goddess pose. Go only as far as is comfortable. Really hug the front ribs into the back ribs. Open up those hands to a starfish position. You can open up the chest slightly. Exhale and draw those elbows down. Really feel those inner thighs or those heels hugging towards each other. That'll help your balance as well. Really feel the engagement and the length out of the pelvis. Feel the length out of the head, out of the crown. Draw that navel in and up. Really lift the pubic bone, drop the tailbone down so you're not kicking your butt out here. But you're really, really feeling that buoyancy, that drop in the pelvis between those heels. Take one more deep breath in. You're doing great. And exhale. And you'll press into those feet. Reach those hands up for a little starfish. Open up the chest. And exhale. Come to the front edge of your mat. Hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. From here, make your way down to your mat. Moving my blocks. Actually, keep one block. We're going to roll. How do I want to do this? Let's do this. Yeah, take one block, put it between your knees, and really hug that block. From here, see if you can test your balance by rocking back onto your sacrum, hugging those hamstrings if you'd like, and just draw that navel in and up. We're going to do a little rock and roll, which you'll see a lot in yoga classes. And it really can help you strengthen your core, and it sometimes feels really good on your back too. So from here, feel yourself curl in. So drop that head towards your knees, and then slowly allow yourself, while you squeeze that block, rock back onto your back, and then try to come back up and find the balance on your sacrum. Take a couple times, play with it. Sometimes you'll make it, sometimes you won't. But each time, draw that navel in and up, really engage that core, and really squeeze that block. I feel like I'm rolling myself into a little ball. There we go. Let's do one more. From there, go ahead and just allow yourself to roll on down. Relax the feet to your mat. Relax the head down. See if you can brush those heels with your fingertips. So bring your heels back towards your pelvis. I'm continuing to still hug that block. We're going to go to Setu Bandha or bridge pose. Take your fingers, point them up towards the ceiling, and really firmly press into those triceps, the backs of the arms, into the mat. And when you do so, you'll feel the opening in your chest. Press into your feet and lift the pubic bone up to the ceiling, and press so hard into your feet that the pelvis comes up off the mat, lifting up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and slowly roll yourself back down, one vertebrae at a time. And as soon as you reach the bottom, we're going to go again. So really lift that pubic bone up, drawing the navel in. Press into those feet and lift yourself up towards the ceiling, pressing into those arms. And exhale, come on down. Squeeze that block. It's going to help keep your knee alignment. Let's do one more. Really draw the navel in and up. Push into those feet. Reach on up. Setu Bandha. Take a moment. Deep breath in and hold. Exhale, stay. Feel those hamstrings engage. Deep breath in. Exhale and slowly roll down. Open up the feet to the sides of your mat and allow your knees just to come in. Allow the low back to relax. Move props, blocks, anything that's in the way. Go ahead and remove that block and kick those feet up towards the sky. Flexing those toes back, a little supine dandasana. If you need to bend your knees, feel free to do so. If you want to hold your legs, that's okay too. Just really flex those toes back the best you can and feel the weightiness in your pelvis down into the earth. Throughout practice, you'll notice that you'll be able to straighten your knees more and more. Poses will start coming a little bit easier once your body starts opening up. And then it really starts coming into the mental challenge of focusing internally to yourself for yoga. That's where the real change happens. Every day is a new change. Embrace those changes. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, hug those knees into your chest. And roll them around, giving yourself a nice little low back massage on the ground. Back up to center. Plant those feet down. Push into those feet. Lift the pelvis just a little bit. Shift on over towards the right. Hug those knees in and then fall on over towards the left side. I need to move my battery pack. Hold on. There we go. You can open up your arms to a T position. And you can continue spiraling by looking over the right hand. Just allow everything to relax. If this is uncomfortable for you, you don't have that flexibility yet in your spine, you can take those blocks and you can place them underneath your knees, or you can even use a pillow as well. But go far enough that you feel a nice stretch into that low spine and really into that thoracic, that mid spine as well. Inhale, come back to center. Replace those feet. Find yourself back in your neutral position. And then push into those feet and shift over to the left just slightly. Hug those knees in and then fall on over towards the right. Again, if you need to use your blocks, place them right underneath your bottom leg. You can even take one and put them in between your legs as well. You've got lots of options here. So prop yourself up the best way that you can. Arms and come up into a T and continue your spiral by looking over the left. Inhale yourself back to center. Remove any props that might be in the way. And then just allow your legs to fall along, preparing for Savasana. If it's chilly where you are, like it is with me, feel free to put some layers on or just put a blanket over you. You can also roll up a towel or put some pillows underneath your knees. That'll put your low back into a more neutral position. Otherwise, just allow your feet to fall out to the side. Open the palms up towards the ceiling. Just allow everything just to relax down into the earth. What I want you to focus on in Savasana is allowing your breath to come naturally, nothing forced, but I want you to focus on the rise and fall of your belly or of your chest. Continue to focus on that moment. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to complete our class today, just simply wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Stretch those feet down long and reach those hands up overhead for a low good morning stretch. Walk those feet back towards your pelvis. Hug those knees in one more time. And slowly roll on over to one side or the other into a little fetal position. Your bottom arm can act as a pillow. the strength of your top arm. Push yourself up halfway. Your bottom arm will push you up the rest of the way. And find yourself in a nice, comfortable seated position. If you'd like to sit on your blocks or on a pillow, feel free to do so. Otherwise, bring your hands to heart center. Drop that chin down ever so slightly. Feel length out of your spine. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for taking the time, the moment to find yourself on your mat, to find something that you do for yourself. Because I truly believe that when you do something for yourself, something that's self-care like yoga or meditation or going for a walk, it truly makes those around you happy because you are happier. Only you can find your happiness. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, find a nice smile on your face. The light in me honors the light in you because all of you are freaking amazing. And with that, I say namaste. Thank you for joining in. I hope you liked the beginner's class. Beginner's yoga is actually extremely hard, so I highly recommend anybody come and take a beginner's class, whether it's on my page or somebody else's page. Everybody has a different view and style on beginners, but even the more advanced yogis, it's really good to hone in on some of those skills that you kind of forgot about because you've been practicing for so long. So thank you again. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share to Dirty Moms Yoga, and have a beautiful day.